What's going?
That may be the most terrifying intro I have ever seen in my life.
I think my favorite is when the demonology clip came up. It's like, just kidding, folks. Just
Change of
kidding.
the music, and all of a sudden it is creepy, eerie. I don't know.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's better, right?
Merry Christmas. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Dead Air Live, the Dead Air Full Spectrum channel. It is our Sunday night live show, and boy, we're going to have some fun with you guys tonight. We are only a couple of days away from Christmas, and so I thought, let's stay in the spirit. Ken came up with a couple of ideas, and we decided to just have some fun with our core audience and our core crew here from the show. And thank you guys for joining us tonight. Happy holidays, Ken.
Happy holidays to you as well, and happy holidays to everyone out there. I'm definitely getting into Christmas spirit. I don't hit it till maybe the 21st or so. So we're right on that border right now. I gotta start Christmas shopping though. It's probably time.
I would tell you right now, guys, that we're in the spirit of the holidays. I know you guys up north are in the spirit of the holidays because it's like 20 degrees where most of you are at. And it doesn't show much more promise right into the new year. But, for you guys, I know, Ken, you got snow on the ground,
Yeah, I think
Christmas
it's the second.
time. You haven't had that in quite a while, correct?
No, I mean we get snow every year. It's a little bit late this year. We didn't get very much, but it's cold enough to just stay and cover the ground. Second part of the show, I'll go out and get a handful of snow and show it to you.
Yes, absolutely. Or it'd be a lot more fun if you just have Dawn go outside, get a snowball, and chuck it at you during the show live. That's
Oh,
what we'd
she's
enjoy
probably going
seeing
to do that anyway, but
before the end of the night. We
yeah.
are simulcast with KGRADB.com, uh, KGRA on Facebook. If you guys would like to also, you can catch us on Twitter or X, Global Radio Live. Also, right here, Dead Air Nation, our YouTube show. So you make sure you guys check it out if you're listening through KGRA. Facebook, you find us on Dead Air Full Spectrum. The other Twitter page is Dead_Spectrum. And again, as we have had our guests that are on tonight join us several times on the town hall on our Patreon account. So important for you guys to get a chance to check it out. It's a $3 membership, and there's so much information, so much entertainment, so much evidence, so many tutorials, so many bloopers that you guys can keep yourself occupied all through 2025. So we want to make sure you guys do check that out. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, very important, that thumbs up. I want to see more than just one blue thumbs up in the corner here on the screen. So you guys definitely take that time, hit that thumbs up, because I was watching some algorithm stuff today also, Ken, and it we talked about the fact that that really tells the algorithm that the people are watching like what they're watching, and they go, well, if they like what they're watching, maybe we'll let other people know about this channel also. So please hit those thumbs up there, guys. And of course, the reminder bell. You don't have a Christmas reminder bell today, do you? Close enough. Yes. As Melissa just said, smash that like, y'all.
Y'all.
So if you would like to, Ken, tell everybody how this organic concoction of a show tonight came about and who we have.
Well, a while back we talked about squeezing one more show in before the new year, and kind of thought it would be nice to do sort of an oral year in review type things.
You got
Where,
your microphone nearby?
yeah, I got it right here.
There we go.
So we thought it would be a good idea to bring on everybody from all the shows here, all our on-air personalities here at Dead Air, and all get together and do that. Just kind of talk about what kind of year it's been, some of their favorite shows, and of course, you, the audience in the chat room, if you want to shout out or maybe pop a question in here and there, we will do our best to answer that as well. And beyond that, we're just going to have a conversation tonight, and a little bit later on, we're going to talk about how they celebrate Christmas around the world, and possibly some haunted Christian Christmas items. That's
And
easy.
Ken's not even aware we have a surprise holiday guest going to be joining us here in a little while also.
Well, that's outstanding. So, first of all, let's bring on the co-hosts of Well, That Was Weird every other Thursday here on Dead Air. We'll bring in Carrie Hopper and Erin Bush. Hello, ladies.
Hello, gentlemen.
Ho, ho, ho.
Merry Christmas.
How you all doing tonight?
We're good, gentlemen. How are you?
Great.
Mhm.
Looking forward to this, I hope.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. Hi, everybody. Hi, Jonathan.
Yeah, some of the comments in chat, I mean, you guys right out of the gate today, boom, we were 10 minutes from going on air, and people are like in chat. So we appreciate all of that. And we'll get to, your comments as best we can. So bringing on our second guest tonight, they are the co-hosts of the popular Live with Cody and Satori, which basically their introduction is right in the title of their show, isn't it? So without further ado, let's bring on Mr. and Mrs. Claus here, live from God only knows where.
Damn. Hey, everybody.
Oh my God! Look at this shirt.
At that.
Stand
Yeah,
up.
he wins.
Give him a little show. There you go.
Oh, it's
Cody, when Ken said that he expects you to get lit for the show, he didn't mean that.
Uh,
He did.
yeah. Cody wins.
Cody does win.
He does. All I have is this, and it's sad compared to what he's got.
All you have, you
That's
guys.
right.
I'm in like sweats.
Yeah.
I didn't know everybody was dressing festive, and I'm in my pajamas.
I have Christmas ghosts. My mom got me
Oh,
this dress.
cute.
It's a
I
major
love that.
award.
Where'd you get that? That's so cute.
I'll have to ask my mom. I don't know if she's popping in. I know she's a bit under the weather.
She,
But
I think
I'll
she
get
is
the
in
info.
here
No,
in the chat.
She is in there.
Mom, if you think about it, will you send me the link so I can send it to everybody?
Round of shoots.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, man! I feel so like not festive right now.
Why?
Look at me.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
You can still feel festive.
Uh,
It's all about what's in your heart.
there's nothing in my heart.
That's
There's nothing.
Tori's like, I'm cold and dead inside.
Not anymore. After the last year or so, there's nothing. No.
It's been a long year, y'all.
Mhm.
Oh,
But
I love it.
what are we talking about?
I don't know.
I don't know.
How
What's
amazing
the
Karen
skit
and I are.
Place you? No, I'm not going to go down that route. No. Mr. DeCosta, you
Sure.
may commence, sir, with the topics.
Oh, we have topics.
Okay, let's talk about Christmas drones here right off the bat. Has everybody kind of losing interest in that yet?
Oh, I thank you.
I love drones. I
the
love
drone.
drones.
Like, what do we?
The drones flying in the
The
sky.
drone things that are happening recently.
yeah.
No, the bad ones, the ones that are out to wipe out mankind.
Okay. I
Those other
don't
ones.
know much about what's going on, so I kind of need to be educated on these things. But I think it's a little weird how they're like, oh, don't worry about them. Don't take them out of the sky. Don't worry about
Oh,
them.
I
Here, look
think
over
that-
here.
So
Right.
you don't. So you're not really up on the drones. But if somebody puts a dancing dog on TikTok, you'll be the first one there to press love, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I don't think the news is talking enough about dancing dogs. Frankly, I think
True
there's
story.
something really suspicious about that.
We could probably do a show on that. Get some of those dancing doors. Like we'll have that Letterman's done, so we'll have our stupid pet tricks now.
That's amazing. Yes.
It all comes down to the thumbnail. Make sure they make the dogs look demonic.
Oh,
I can do that. I'll do my best.
Krampus type.
Oh, geez.
So
Yeah.
anyway, moving on from drones and dancing dogs. Hello to everybody again in chat. Thank you for being here tonight. The directions that we may go in are plentiful, and a lot of them probably won't make any sense, but
Perfect. That's right up our alley, isn't it,
That's
Aaron?
perfect.
right.
We're a
So
train wreck, so we're
Let's
used to
kind
that.
of
That's
start
perfect.
with this, and we can start with Cody and Satori. You took a brief hiatus. You're back on Dead Air. Everybody's loving it right now. Going back on some of your favorite shows that you've done, what sticks out in your mind? I know the answer to that, but
You know why I'm laughing.
yeah, I know.
Can I talk about that?
I don't know what the hell you're talking
So
about.
the show we did where I couldn't stop laughing.
Oh,
Can I talk about that?
I don't care.
I don't know. I don't know if I can talk about that. There was a show I did, and long story short, I have like tics that I deal with where like my body's always moving, I can't control it. And so we had taken some stuff to help me with my tics before the show. And then I had like a reaction to it, and then I had to do the whole show with a reaction to it. And I can't tell you which show it is, but you'll know if you watch it. But that was one of the most memorable shows I did.
All the more reason to go back in our archives and watch all those Dead Air shows.
I was just gonna say that.
We will give a special prize to anybody who can name that show, whatever show it was. How's that sound?
Oh man, but I won't get into that too much. Water bottle versus Cody's head. That
Oh,
technically
no.
that was a video we did and not our show, but that was also probably the best video skit we ever did.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was fun. And then we kind of did a rematch at Ken's house. Those
We
are
did do
the
that.
lost videos that will probably never see the light of day. But we did, we did a rematch at Ken's house, and that was fun for everyone else except for me. I think.
I may surprise you with a video
Oh no!
Oh,
documenting our adventures. I kind of shared it the other day, so yeah, I want you guys to enjoy it as much as we did.
Oh, that's nice.
That was nice for everybody's wondering. We did have a Rise Up Christmas party a couple of Fridays ago. It was outstanding. We had an absolute ball. Nice to get the fam together, and it was fun. It was fun. A bunch of people. Did you guys finish your favorite episodes this year? You didn't do that yet. We know the tick one, but that's it. That was the highlight.
well, that was technically this year? It was like the end of the year before into this year.
Yeah.
I don't know what other show. I mean, oh man, there were some where we were just so stupid that I think people they couldn't look away. To be honest,
I think all of our shows are.
I can't not look at it.
that's where our viewership comes from. People are like, "Oh, I'll check this out," and then they're like, "This is so bad, I can't stop watching," and I can't. And there are some people that are like, "What is going on?" And I think that's where
Celine, Merry Christmas to you, Celine.
Hi,
There's
Celine.
there's our lady.
we
Sorry.
love it. Do you have a show that was like your favorite?
Favorite show. I don't know. They're all equally fun. I like the Furby one we recently did was funny because the Furbish could really go.
the Furbish.
Furbish.
Speaking Furbish, yeah.
Oh, God.
We
Yeah,
have
that was fun.
yeah.
Or the one that I made Satori laugh at the absolutely
Oh my
wrong
God.
time.
Yeah, there was a serious question that we were asked that I didn't really want to address. And as the question comes up, and I had to think of something, I got nervous because I don't like to address things that I don't want to address negativity. It's around my life 24/7. I don't need to. And so I was trying to think of something to say. And as I did, I see Erin in the background looking defeated because she didn't mean for that one to go up, but she also started laughing. And then I started laughing, and then it looked like I was mean. And I'm like, no.
That thing was not good.
Yeah, so I can't look at Erin during those.
I started trying to go over here.
Yeah, Erin's trying to hide. Yeah, I can't think of the show we did with Carrie and the show I did with Carrie and Erin was fun too.
That was a
Yeah.
good one. We love that one.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the
Yeah.
things they said to me, that was funny.
Is that the one that Ken and I tried to hijack and it didn't go
Yeah,
that
and
way?
you guys ruined the show.
That didn't end well. We needed to think that out a
Yeah,
little bit more.
you
Yeah, we
ruined
didn't think it through, and I just hit a button, and it's just like Cody's got this panic look on his face. They're off the air.
And I'm like, oh, no, what do I do? I don't know how to create this. What do I do? What do I do?
it. Was a
So
train.
Erin's going back to me 4 times, and I'm sitting there. Hey, man, I got this, man. Everybody's chill out. And then all of a sudden, they come back, and everybody's pissed at Cody and I, and we laughed it off.
I love it.
I would. Oh, the game shows. Oh my
The
god.
game shows were a lot of
Game
fun.
shows are fun.
Yeah, they
A
were
lot of
fun.
fun.
They
Game
were
shows are fun. Game
Yeah.
shows are fun. You'll see, more of that as we kind of figure out what would be fun. If you want to ever send us a message and the comments for everything, give us a game show. What can we do?
Yep.
It doesn't involve a bottle.
Oh, well, I think it should.
Or anyone born
I mean,
before
define the bottle. I
1893.
got my
Okay,
own Christmas cheer here.
chill out.
Like a picture of Mick Jagger. I don't know who that is.
The only one I got right wasn't for me. That was how bad that game show was with Corey and Jen. I'm like, finally, something I actually know about, and it wasn't even my question. I just handed them the point.
Well, that was the first of all our game shows, George, where you had to intercede on a contestant because we had to subdue him.
It got ugly.
We had to subdue Corey.
It did.
It got a bit spicy.
That was that when Aaron and I were texting each other, like, thank God this is not, those were hard questions. Aaron and I were like, we would have no idea. Thank
No.
God it's Corey and Jen.
No, that was the infamous Stevie Nicks controversy.
Oh, yes.
That
Yeah.
incident,
That
we
still gets
posted on
randomly
YouTube.
tossed out.
Speaking of posting things on YouTube, before we get to, well, that was weird. Here's a little something for you as promised. And I call this Satori gets a concussion.
It's like way above Satori's head. Like it's not gonna.
I'm trying, man. Touching it anymore. We walk toward each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are you?
Yeah,
Keep
there
going.
you go. Yep. I'm by you.
Okay.
All right. Oh, this is so much better to watch. Hey, you gotta help me out so I'm not just clocking whoever's standing next to me in the side of the head.
This is a workout. Ow! I'm not good at this.
It's because Ken keeps getting hit. Good dodge, good dodge. Yep, you got it.
Oh, that almost nailed her in the head.
Oh my god. This thing's a lethal weapon right now. Holy less than a lethal weapon.
Oh, that looks like a bitch.
Oh!
That hurts.
I got
tagged my lip. I'm all right though. The bottle in so long.
Hey, there's a time limit here. Okay.
Hey, listen.
I can't.
I can't let people know that I actually curse like a sailor outside of what we do. I can't let people know that. So
Oh my God.
Because of clever editing, every one of those ows was actually a curse word.
no.
Oh, that was
No,
Oh
yeah.
my God. You guys, my mom is downstairs in our living room watching this, and I can hear her laughing all the way up.
Now, that other gentleman that was in there, that young man, that's Jake
Okay.
from our group. And there's another one that's, I mean, it's long, but him versus Cody. And yeah, I was ready to go get helmets from downstairs. That was pretty brutal.
Jake gives me Dave Navarro vibes. I was like, whoa.
I can see that. Yeah,
I love
see
Jake.
that.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh,
it
God,
was,
that's funny.
it was a ball. So turning to you ladies, well, That Was Weird is a show that was just introduced this summer.
Yeah.
August, I think. Yeah.
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 And very well received. I mean, you have a great and very devoted audience, and people share with each other. So what kind of stands out to you folks as far as some of your favorite shows?
Well, before we go down that rabbit hole, Ken, I told you we had a very special holiday. Only during the Christmas time could we have this individual join us from the North and South Pole.
I
He
think
is
he
a
only
live.
shows up right
He
around.
is the love child of Santa Claus and the Grinch.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh,
My
no.
God! Who invited him?
Johnny
Hey.
C.
Hey, Beanie, who's that horse over there? What are you doing with that horse?
Who let you on the show?
Hey,
We did not invite him. He just fell down our chimney. And there he is.
wow.
Ebenezer.
Happy belated birthday there, Mr. Zappis.
Yes.
Hey,
all right.
Mhm.
Hey, at
Like-
our
like
age is
my hat?
falling.
Yes.
I love your
Beautiful.
hat.
John, at our age is falling down a chimney is no problem. Getting back up is the real.
I don't know, Ken. I think it's both.
I love this.
This is so cool.
How fun.
So, hey everybody. So
Although I
welcome,
am still a
John.
little
What's
stuck
going
on
on?
the
You
love
got your
child between
nutcrackers
Santa and
all
Grinch.
set up, or
Yeah, God, nutcrackers are all set up. Everything's all set up. Everything's ready. Started my cooking today because I was
today?
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What are
Did
you
see the
cooking?
pictures? He has a whole buffet.
Yeah, if I don't, no, I got to start cooking 4 or 5 days before Christmas. I don't let nobody cook the food for Christmas. That's my thing.
Wow.
So it's like 19, 20 different dishes. So
Do
Holy
you have to like
crap.
carefully position everyone around all the amazing decorations that you've got between the trees and the angels and everything out? Like that's probably kind of a Jenga type situation or Tetris, as it were.
no,
Wow, I
usually
still don't
works,
even
it
have all
works
the
out pretty
ingredients
good.
for what I'm making.
Works out pretty good.
Nice.
And none of us are invited to try any of these 19 dishes.
So we have to try to smell them through Facebook pictures.
I got his address, y'all. Road trip to crash the Zappis Christmas.
Sounds like lasagna.
Sounds great.
John, you
All
making,
right. My mom and I are on our way.
John, you making pierogies this year?
Wow, dude. I just finished them up about half hour ago.
I
Oh
love
my
those.
God.
Yeah.
I love them.
You know what? Zappis is going to be there on Christmas. He's going to go inside of his museum and be like, why are there like 6 new life-size museums I didn't know about? We're all gonna be there getting ready to steal the leftovers.
Yeah, but we got to watch the pierogies because they think they're haunted. They're jumping up and down and
Oh, we
moving. And,
saw that.
so something's going on there. I don't know.
They're jumping up and down, John, holding a cross over the pot.
Oh my God.
So is everybody ready for Christmas? Are you guys ready?
Not anywhere close.
No?
somewhat.
I am. I'm ready to go.
My son and I have to go to Target tomorrow, more grocery shopping. It's going to be down to the last second, as it is every year. That's how
Hey,
that's how the
Nothing wrong
hoppers
with that.
roll.
Nothing wrong with that. That's the hustle and bustle of it. For Christmas Eve, no matter what, I still did that day. I just like to go in the stores, just to, it gives you that good feel with everybody.
Mhm.
But you gotta be a little bit more careful now because people are crazy or they'll run you over, knock you over. They don't care.
Yeah.
I gotta be
No.
careful because now I'm getting old. I'll go in between the racks of clothes. Nobody will find me to New Year's.
Hey, I got a question. This is an age-old question. Opening presents on Christmas Eve or Christmas morning?
Christmas
Eve.
morning.
Morning.
Mostly Christmas morning. My family does both.
I've always done Christmas morning.
Yeah.
Eve. I've always been impatient, so we've always just done it Christmas Eve since I was a child, and then I made my child impatient, so it's always Christmas Eve and then whatever Santa brings Christmas morning.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is in our house too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Cody and I are excited because we're dressing up as characters from a Christmas movie on Christmas Eve, and we'll post it when we have it up.
No,
But
it's the Satori's family Christmas.
Is
Yeah.
that is that Ed and Lorraine Claus?
no.
It's from a Christmas movie. It has
It's
to
from
be.
a movie.
Everyone has to dress up like a character from a Christmas movie.
So
Oh, I love that.
stay
That's
tuned for
cool.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
I like that idea. That's clever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Why
it
not?
keeps it funny. So
Huh?
Oh, it'll
That's
be fun.
great.
it'll be fun. You'll see. But that's our Christmas. How about everybody else?
Yeah, it's kind of like extended family, nieces, nephews, Christmas Eve. That's
Yeah.
fine. After
Mhm.
we just munch down, and then the big stuff for grandkids and us and
Yeah.
sons and daughters. That's held out kind of on Christmas morning.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have everybody over at my house Christmas night. This is better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No offense to my in-laws, but there's a lot of people here, man. So much better, much better. I am doing John a prime rib.
Yum.
Cool.
We got like a 9-pound for $200 for like $77.
Cool.
Wow, that's cheap. Nice
That
find.
thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Cody and Story, you guys can come over
I
for
don't think
prime
that's
rib
right.
between Christmas and New Year's because
Sounds great.
I'll be having I think I'll have a lot left over.
Sounds fantastic.
Always up for food.
Yeah.
I love
Does,
food.
does anybody do like fun Christmas games on Christmas too with their family? Because my family does that white elephant or Yankee swap where everybody gets competitive and steals gifts from each other, and then like a fight almost breaks out. But
Yeah.
that's what to do. Everybody else things like that.
We
got
used
one.
to. We
Yeah.
used to. Yeah.
I got one where there's a gift and it's wrapped in a football of cellophane.
Yes.
Oh,
And
That's a
seal
fun
it
one.
until I don't know, your time's up or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Do you have to wear like oven mitts when you try to pull open the cellophane?
No.
We've done that where there's like you have to wear oven mitts and then try to pull open the cellophane in the amount of time.
makes it harder.
It does make it just a bit.
Yeah.
Just a
I
bit.
wouldn't be able to do it. I get so mad I'd start yelling.
You're too competitive. That's where
I
Story
am
Paws
very
is competitive.
I am competitive, and I admit that. I admit that.
We didn't
Well, we were having a good time with like playing cards and stuff, and then it got ugly. And
It's just how it is.
Story flips the table over like Diamond Jim.
That's not true. It was
Wow.
close, but that's not true. Hey, John, don't you be talking. You're
Wow.
no, you okay. This
Sounds like it's
man,
getting rough over there.
that's not. He shouldn't be talking. He's a problem too, especially at conventions. He's a problem.
Oh,
You're a problem.
You just have
Why?
to keep him caffeinated. That's the secret.
I'll be like,
Coffee, all the cream.
we'll be at Paranormal, and there'll be a bunch of people in there, and he's throwing stuff at us across the room.
I see a
Sounds
new
about right.
nickname in there. Now it's
Sounds
not
about right.
John the Godfather Zaffis. It'll be John the Problem Zaffis,
John
which I think is cooler. I think that's pretty
I
cool.
like that better.
The godfather of problems.
It's got a certain
A
ring to
problem.
it, you know?
I gotta stir up some shit. I've been too quiet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Oh god.
Uh,
Oh man.
George, you gonna wake up?
I'm right here.
Oh, okay.
You want
Somebody
those
throw
photos?
something at George.
I figured this would be a good time. This probably be a good time for those pictures, Cody.
Oh, sure.
What pictures?
Yeah. All right. Cody sent me 3 pictures of items that have some tie into Christmas. I figured we got John here, so why not let him roll? So you're gonna have to tell a story, Cody.
Sure, we stole all of the stuff
No,
from
we
Zappos' museum.
They would. They would.
Oh my god.
Hey, Ken, did you hear him when he was yelling at the conference? He's in the will. He gets all my shit.
No, because people are coming into the convention. And Cody's a smart aleck. He does it just for fun. And so people are coming in and he's like, yeah, we're going to inherit all this stuff one day.
Yep.
And I'm like, Cody, stop telling people that.
They believe it too.
People were. Zappos is like. Oh God, we actually have to do the show.
All right. Yeah, this is more fun though.
And we're not even drinking.
Not yet. Not yet.
I mean, I
Not
am.
yet.
Keep going. This
Just
is great.
speak for yourself.
Yeah, speak for yourself. Carrie's got her ornament.
There you go.
disaster. So, Cody, why are you torturing this poor doll with that meter on top of her?
That was me. That was John Ruggiero who did that one. So this is that picture from our recent event we did in the Gettysburg area at the Hoover House. So we brought a bunch of our objects, and we always bring this one around Christmas time. It's a Christmas tree topper angel, and this one was involved in 3 different Christmas tree fires. Supposedly, that's what the client told us.
Okay.
So this one dates back to 2019, and the mother was shopping around in a secondhand store and felt drawn in to purchase this. It's from the 1970s. It's made by a company named Gifts of Gorham, very a popular company back then who made these things. And she felt drawn in to purchase it, this magnetic pull. So she bought it, brought it home, and something inside her told her this needs to go on top of their tree right away. So she told her husband, put it on top of the tree. And he, was a little confused because after the whole case is over, when you interview these people, they start to notice that something was wrong. And they didn't notice it at the time, but after the case is over, they notice, something was off here. This is not something I normally would have purchased. But she got it and put it on top of the tree. That night they go to bed and they wake up to the smell of smoke. The fire alarms are not going off inside the house, but they smell the smoke, and they run down the stairs and they find their Christmas tree now a stick with the angel sitting on top of it perfectly fine. It's made of cardboard and synthetic hair. It should have melted at least, and it didn't. The fire put itself out. So right away, the mother's like, wow, the angel is a blessing. It saved our house from burning down. We can go get another tree. So they went out and got another tree. They brought some fire extinguishers because they were kind of scarred after the and had to put the angel on top because, again, it was a blessing. So a few days later, they wake up to the smell of smoke again. No fire alarms going off. And long story short, they go downstairs. They see the Christmas tree on fire. They put it out with the fire extinguishers that they had just bought. Again, the angel is fine. The next year, 2020, wasn't a good year for anybody, but especially this family. Christmas time rolls around again. The wife wants to put the angel on the tree. The husband's completely against it. He feels this weird feeling that it's the angel that's the thing that's causing all these issues. And, she doesn't listen and puts the angel on the tree. You kind of see where this is going. So tree catches on fire again. They ended up, losing the house. That's how bad the fire was. They moved to a different location, and in the middle of the night, the wife had gone back to the house and grabbed the angel and put it in a little grocery bag and took it to their new house. And the husband found it, and that's when we got the call to come and get it, because he knew something was obviously wrong. So every year since, around Christmas time, when we got it, we cleaned the angel off because it was covered in soot. It was black from head to toe. we cleaned it off, and then every year around Christmas time it gets darker and darker with this soot-like substance. And we had a firefighter friend. We asked him a few questions about that and how to test it to see if it's soot or mold or
With
whatever.
bleach.
And we did some tests on it, and it wasn't mold or anything. So very, very strange. And the cool thing is when we bring it to these events, the guests that come to these events, they always take pictures of her, and we compare them throughout the years to see, how much, she's covered herself each year.
Brilliant.
So that was an interesting one for sure.
Yeah.
Befores
Wow.
and afters. Now you call her an angel, not an arson, right? Because it seems like
She
everywhere
hasn't
that this stuff.
gone-
I'm just saying. I'm not even trying to be a wise guy, but it's like everywhere this item is, like something bursts into flames. So it's like, oh, she's good luck. Let's bring her back. On top of
Is
this.
it a fireproof box you've got her in, or like,
Just in
Not a
case.
fireproof box, but she's never caught anything in the museum on fire. That I know that sounds funny, but she was not in any barn while we were making it into a museum. I promise, because some people like to ask that. She was not there. That was just a really bad coincidence. But she's never caught the museum on fire.
Hey,
Can we call her
John.
the angel of
That's wild.
arson?
John, question for you. You ever seen an object change appearance over time? I mean, not necessarily, weathering, but, change appearance, whether it's facial appearance or clothing or anything like that?
Not that I'm aware of, Ken. Not that
Yeah.
I remember. I mean, seen them, get funky, but again, the mold, the mildew, or something of that nature, or something has been in the cold a lot or in the heat a lot, disfiguring it a little bit. But not anything I actually have I seen it change as of yet. I don't know.
You want her?
Gonna cost you a dinner. Be careful. Oh, so hello
I
to
actually
Gary.
do have a question for Cody and Satori and for John. Are there any objects that you wouldn't ever accept? Like, is there maybe something from, like, say, if somebody came to you and said, here is, something from a concentration camp. It's, is there any kind of object that you guys would just never accept into your museums?
Go ahead, guys.
I mean, I'm touchier about certain items like that. So there are items we have in our collection where it took some time for me to kind of think about, like, if I was willing to accept that, because I don't really want to take items and then put them in a museum exhibit and be like, hey, everybody, look at this, because I don't want it to come off wrong. We do have some items in our collection where we have them, we just don't display them. And if we do, we make sure that there's some sort of acknowledgement, like the reason we're doing this isn't for, attention and getting people to come see it. We're going to educate you about what really happened.
Oh,
and
cool.
we want to make sure there's a paranormal tie to that. I mean, there's some things where it's not that we've rejected them, it's just that we're like, I don't know if I would take a piece from those sites or anything like that. But we do have items that have been from situations where they've been very intense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you guys or you, John, ever sent anything away that you were given? Just curious.
Actually, there's been a couple of pieces of jewelry, family heirlooms, that certain individuals would send, and again, it would start a riff with the family, which I can understand. And someone said, "Geez, that was my grandmother's ring, and my sister turned around and sent it to you." And so again, with something like that, I'm very guarded, very careful, and like, no, here, you can take it back. And just like they were just saying too, there are items that I have too, that I have in my collection, I don't take out or, bring out on the road or anything like that. Actually, it's just been recent that I started bringing items back out. So again, I'm finding people are finding it interesting. They've been respectful of it, a lot different this time around compared to 10 years ago when I tried to do it. I've been very comfortable. I mean, New Jersey Con, all of us were in the room there. It was fantastic with
was.
everybody checking the items out. They were all talking to us, asking different. I enjoyed that because they
Yeah.
got different perspectives from all of us, so it was cool.
Yeah, we're gonna have
Good
to.
conversation starter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was fun. That was a lot of
Cool.
fun.
it was.
For Cody and Satori and for John, this is again social media perspective on the need for views and likes, and I am not going to condemn these individuals. They do what they do because they love what they do, but the fact that just recently they posted on there two very, very familiar faces, Sam and Kobe, talking about holding Peggy the doll, taking it out of the case and holding it, visiting Robert the doll, and then holding Annabelle in their hands. And in this last video that they posted, it's been pretty much the regrets behind it, emotional breakdown, things of that sort. My question to you guys is, where do you draw the line when you're doing this? And we all understand, and I've said it many times on the show, as Candace said, there's risk involved with what it is that we do.
Mm-hmm.
But taking those kind of risks, hearing the horror stories from before, should they have sided with caution and not done this?
So I don't really know much about it. I haven't been watching any of that. Like I can't really speak to something I don't know anything about. But I can say that, every time you come into contact with a supposedly haunted item, you have to assume the risks of being in that space. And we say the same thing to people that come into our museum collection. We don't usually allow people to touch things in our collection unless we feel that they completely understand the risks associated with it. And even then, we won't let them touch some of the really serious items in our museum. So again, I can't speak to Sam and Colby and what they did because I don't really know exactly what they did. But everybody should exercise caution when coming into contact with an item. Everybody should. Absolutely.
John, your thoughts?
What Hawes just said. I agree. Again, it's we all look at things, and I think we try to comprehend why certain things are done, or people are operating the way they're operating. But today, that's a big thing. I've been around Robert the doll a couple of different times. Annabelle, I've been around since it ever came into existence. So I have never really been to that point because be honest with you, my uncle scared the shit out of me to really touch the thing, so I never touched it. So, with some of the items, even when we would be in the museum years ago and we would just joke around because I'm a big jokester, I would open the door a little bit on it. Man, would he curse me out. So I never actually took it out or anything like that, but then it always used to make me take that step back and just go, there's a lot of things with these things, but today they take a bigger gamble with handling and touching these things, across the board, not just the particular people that you were talking about. So again, it is what it is on what people are doing. We're not going to stop them, and I have no interest in stopping them. That's up to them, whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned and how I would handle it, with extreme caution, I agree. I don't let people just pick up the things and start handling them. I've seen a few people have issues doing that over the years. So, I'm guarded with a lot of that. Yeah. But again, you got to remember, all these guys are out there blogging and they're running around screaming, and Robert's chasing them, Annabelle's chasing them. I don't know what the hell's going on with all of them.
I just got a visual of that Annabelle chasing somebody around.
Right. I don't know. I couldn't even
we're
look
gonna
at
hear
those
about
dolls.
it again. Uh-oh, she escaped.
Right.
Again,
I can't even look at those dolls. Like Robert the doll, sure, but I won't even say P's name. P the doll. That's what I call her. Simply because I don't want. I'm afraid of it. I don't know anything about it. I don't think it's wise. He has it in his museum. I mean, my co-host Laura on History of Haunting has seen it. Says it's very, very creepy. And we've covered this doll, but I don't know. There's something about dolls.
Mm.
And we've done a show on like why dolls are creepy to people. Like, what is the psychology? Most people don't like dolls. Like, so we've covered that. But the ones that have like, I'm not running the risk. Like when you showing that video just now, I was like, I ain't looking at her. I'm not even gonna look at her.
Yeah.
There's just some of them that are really
dolls
Let me ask-
was, so I think that's the biggest freak out that anybody has. They represent who we are.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of times these objects, somebody can pick up a haunted doll in a secondhand store or a doll, period, and then claim it's haunted. And I think everybody who has that in mind, it's almost like they manifest it onto this inanimate object, because for 50 years, everybody has said it's haunted, and, you know, on a haunting, because that's how you get a haunting.
Yeah.
Question
Again, we know that. And now the one thing, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, because I was supposed to go see Zach Bagan's museum when we were out there at one point, but everything got so crazy we didn't end up going. But I don't think he allows anybody to touch any of his stuff, does he? As far as I know, everything's
typically
everything's in displays. I mean, them guys, when they're doing stuff, they touch everything. But I don't think
and like when Post Malone was there, and like so on like special occasions. But I don't think anybody is ever really allowed to.
I don't think
he lets
so,
you talk to them, but other than that, yeah.
Most of it is roped off, where they have a little mini fence in front of it.
I thought,
I mean, it almost depends on the profile of the person. Am I wrong? I mean, if it's
No,
Post
you're not.
Malone or
It's true.
Colby and Sam, or
Intention.
you can touch it.
Yeah.
I have a two-pronged question for Cody and Satori, and then for Aaron in this. Is regards to these haunted items. Number one, when you receive something in the mail, Cody and Satori, what is the ritual for unboxing? And second would be if Cody and Satori had asked Aaron to be part of that process with her empathic and sensitive capabilities, be able to put hands on the box prior to being opening to notify them if there's something there to be cautious of.
So we don't have we have a quarantine room. So when an item does get opened up in our collection, we just put it in a room for a couple weeks by itself, just to see if it does anything on its own. So we can kind of get a baseline, like, is it going to prove its claim? Is it just going to sit there and do nothing? What do we have to go from? And then we include it into our collection in specific sections we feel that it would best fit in. And so from that sense, we unbox them. It's not that we have to unbox them in the quarantine room. Sometimes we do if the item has a darker claim to it. But sometimes we'll just open it up in the museum without the quarantine room. Just let, our patrons see it and like let us see it for the first time, kind of get feels on that. And Erin, I mean, we haven't had Erin try to feel out if she gets anything before we even open it up, but we have recently brought stuff where Erin was there, and we didn't exactly explain what it was, and we just let her hold everything and kind of tell us what she was feeling on it. And Ken was there as well, so we were kind of able to get feelings that way.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's great. I mean, we always try to do that. I mean, that's one of the big things we love about bringing our stuff to events and stuff, is because you have, literally hundreds of people coming through the doors that have never met each other. And if they're all saying the same thing about a particular item, then that's all, data that is being collected, right?
Very cool. Yeah.
Strange, or feeling this emotional, overwhelming sadness when they're around a certain thing that's on our table, and those people don't know each other, then that's, really good to know. And a lot of times, when we do the bigger events, we'll have like a little station where you can write, whatever you're feeling down, and you put it in like a little box. And then afterwards, it's fun, reading all those little notes and comparing all of them together. And a lot of times, 80 or 90% of them make sense with each other. They all kind of match. So I think, and what Aaron does and stuff like that, I think that's great because you get a different, perspective on what's going on, because we're only basing what we know off of what the client has experienced. And that's really all we have to go off of. And 9 times out of 10, when we put an object in quarantine, nothing happens. Nothing happens during that time. It's very rare where you have an object that actually lives up to its claims. We find that when you remove an object from its location where activity is happening, once you remove that energy from that energy environment, sometimes the activity stops completely when it goes to a new location. So sometimes it goes through an acclimation period where it takes a few days, a few months, a few years even. And we have some stuff that has never, lived up to its claims. So it all depends on the item. And I think having people's different, opinions, whether it's psychometry or just, somebody who doesn't claim to be a medium or sensitive, if they, first it popped into their head, I would love to know what that is, because a lot of times it makes sense, and a lot of people don't trust their gut when they feel something. So I love hearing that.
Sure.
Well, I think to tail onto that, the biggest experience I had with an object was at John's museum. I was new in this field, had never been around haunted objects per se. We went down into in John's museum, and I just kept looking over at this thing in the ritual area.
I love this story.
Oh God! And it's this, John. It's like it almost looks like a donkey. You had it at an event recently, and I was really glad you didn't have it at Para Unity. But it was new, I think, in your collection, and I just kept looking at it. And John's been really good at like just spit it out, spit it out, spit it out. And it was just this overwhelming foreboding. Just like I almost couldn't look at it. Like wouldn't touch it. And I still I saw it pop up on an event he was at recently, and I'm like, nope, I can't really explain it. It just doesn't feel good to me. And then there was the little, I think it was another little statue you have in the front room of your office on the left. I think it's a statue of Mary. And when I kept inching away from that too, and he filled me in on that. I'm like, oh well, that makes sense. So for me, I get it's instant. I can't always explain what it's going, but it's either like a foreboding feeling or, oh, this ain't good, don't touch it, don't look at it, or anything like that. But that was really my first kind of foray into that, was with John's museum. And it was interesting because there's so many things in there to pick out like one or two things that you're just like, nope. That was interesting.
I wish I could feel things like Aaron does. I kind of shut that off. I wish I could, but I'll tell you, John's museum collection, people like to say Cody and I stole the idea from so and so and so and so. People I don't even know. We stole the idea from John Zaffis, and I will admit that right now. John Zaffis is like the guy, the mentor when it comes to collecting haunted objects. We look up to him. I can't tell you, I wasn't focusing on what I felt when I got to see his museum. I was just fangirling the whole time, knowing what case everything was from.
Right.
I'm like, oh my God, that's from Connecticut, the haunting in Connecticut. And like, I'm freaking out.
Yes.
That's one of the only things that I felt, and I really don't feel much off stuff, but the Blessed Mother statue with the hands melted off. That was
that's the statue I'm talking about, Cody.
Yeah.
That's exactly the one. And the wedding dress. The wedding dress, I was standing in front of it, I guess, and then my throat was closing up. And he's like, all right, Aaron, talk it out, talk it out. And I was like, throat's closed, I feel like I'm choking. And then I get the story, and I'm like, okay, well, that makes sense.
But see, a lot of that's like Cody was saying earlier. That's always the cool stuff when you get somebody affirming something that doesn't know anything about the stories.
Yeah.
That and again, the wedding dress. I know you didn't know too much about it because I really didn't have it that much out in the forefront. The young lady that was wearing it that day, getting married, she disappeared. The family was looking for her and everything. They found her strangled behind the church the day of her wedding.
About it.
And so again, it's a unique story. Now the donkey, that is a crazy. I did not believe that item was haunted. Now, for the longest period of time, it came from this old retro house from the 70s. The young lady kept telling me it was haunted, and I kept going, all right. So I took it out, and things calmed down. And, several people have checked it out and everything, and people just picked right up on that donkey. And yeah, to me, it's nothing. I don't even feel like there's anything with it, or there's never really been much. But again, verification, and that's what I look for a lot of times when people verify these stories that we're told, and you're not going to know the story. So
we are at the top of the hour, guys. We do have to go to break. John, I hope you stay with us. Ken's got some interesting things to bring up, including Christmas around the world. Stay with us, guys. You were watching Dead Air Live, Dead Air Full Spectrum channel. We'll be back in about 3 minutes. Stay with us.
Hey members, the new KGRA DB app is now available on iOS and Android devices. Gain on-demand access to any KGRA DB programming. Download any show directly to your mobile device to listen or watch on the go. Go to the App Store and search KGRA DB.
As UFO reports come in from around the world, the Mutual UFO Network, MUFON, is there. We continue to explore new cases and build our massive database. We share our information with the world in a number of ways. If you would like to be part of our investigative team, you are always welcome. What could be more exciting than exploring the UFO question firsthand? Join MUFON, find your friends.
You're listening to the KGRA Digital Broadcasting Network. We provide unparalleled coverage of trending news in the world of ufology, cryptozoology, and paranormal phenomenon. Whether you're watching our video live stream or listening to one of our audio programs, you are getting the best from world-renowned researchers and hosts, guiding you through topics the mainstream won't touch. Miss one of your favorite programs? No problem. Head over to the members area at kgradb.com for access to our massive library of award-winning content. Make contact, stay connected, only at kgradb.com.
Oh, can I say something totally not related to the drones before I forget?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and I'll just keep it short and sort of sappy, and we won't cry here. But one of the things I love about being part of this group of people, it's been a hell of a year for all of us, really. But everybody on this screen has been so instrumental in my growth, my learning. Like, I have met the most incredible friends in this field over the last couple of years. And I just want to say thank you to all of you for that, because I don't know that I would have survived this year without you guys. So I want to say I'm most grateful for that for Christmas this year, but I wanted to say that in case we didn't go there later. So thanks to all of you for keeping me standing over the last year, the advice, the support, the love, and all of that I think is getting harder and harder to find in this field. And I'm very lucky to have fallen in with the group that I've fallen in with. So I just wanted to thank all of you for that before we go elsewhere. That's all.
Oh, I'm gonna start crying.
Don't cry. Don't cry.
But
seriously,
never,
it's very true.
Was never a question that all of us would be there for any of us, No,
but it's just not that hard. It's not that easy to find that, I think, in this field. And I feel like the universe works in incredible ways. And when you're in a spot where you are new, you could fall into the wrong side of things. You could get in with disingenuous people, and I think I've been able to so heavily rely on each of you for so many different things. I just wanted to make sure that was said before we went a different direction. So that's all I had.
She's like, I fell into the right crowd, and we're all like, we successfully nabbed Erin before she went to some other paranormal group in this field. We all successfully nabbed her. She can't escape, even if she wants to.
I don't want to.
That's
I
how-
found my tribe, and I'm very lucky because this has been a really tough year, and to be able to have a smile still. That's thanks in part to all of y'all. So I'm
Well,
really grateful.
Just to make
This is
Erin smile again, John, can you cry like that one more time?
Aaron!
There's our thumbnail.
There we go.
Uh-oh.
Oh God!
You know, this is Aaron. This is how cults start. So, like, run.
Yeah, but hey, Ken, look at this. All the three old people are down below with the hats on, and the three up top, they don't have no hats on. Something's wrong here.
Listen, we have Christmas ghosts. Is that
We have Christmas wine cups.
Yeah.
And then look at Cody.
And look at
Cody.
Cody is Christmas. He is.
Yeah,
He is Christmas.
He really is just Christmas.
Look at that piece of.
Wow.
It's a major award.
Of
Look at
all the
that- look
paranormal
at that
experiences I've
lampshade
had
on
this
him.
year,
Wow.
That's actually a proximity sensor, you know. The static meter, he turns it on. When it goes off, he goes running toward the bed.
I think we're going to have to put him in the quarantine room for a few days.
I'm picking up something.
I'll happily go. He has a bunch of food.
So you're like a human stuffed doll with the lights on it now.
Yeah, ship me off. I'm ready to go.
He only
Could
has
they get you in fishnets and black heels to go with the sweater?
No, you need to give him a cane and a top hat so he can do "Hello, my baby. Hello, my dog."
Oh.
Yeah, that's one of his catchphrases. He has a couple.
Human
Most of them are
proximity
swear
sensor.
words.
Oh goodness.
Human cat ball.
Oh,
Human
God.
cat ball.
What are we talking about on the show again? I already
I have no
forgot.
idea. What are we talking about?
Squirrel.
Yeah.
I don't know. I went to go get my dogs and came back and it was chaos.
Oh. Okay. I know what I want to do because we got more pictures from Cody, and we may do this in a couple of steps. But if there's anybody in chat and you're not from the United States, let us know where you're from. Because what we want to do is talk about different cultures and how they celebrate Christmas and why we should be jealous of them. And the first one, well, you know, let's intro it.
Fancy.
Is that the way it goes? Okay, so let's visit the country of Yugoslavia first. And what they do is they give gifts for ransom.
Oh my God.
And Christmas is celebrated on 3 days. On the first day, the children tie up their parents and won't release them until they get a gift. On the second day, the parents tie up the kids and won't release, until a gift is given. And on the third day, the kids tie up their mother.
Is this legit? I'm searching this up because I've never heard this before.
Oh, yeah.
That's
and then
crazy.
when we go to Japan, the big thing in Japan is Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Really?
And that's the meal, even though chicken has nothing to do with the holiday. And it's so widespread that they literally have to put in their order days before so they don't get left out.
Oh my gosh.
And that is the kernel, right?
Oh my God.
In England, this all started the idea of mistletoe. And you would expect a kiss if you put this up there. Servants started this, and it's bad luck if you're refused a kiss. And we still have that now. In Sweden, we have the burning of the goat. And they don't actually burn goats, but they make like a Burning Man type of effigy in the center of the city. It's illegal to burn it, but they kind of look the other way. So, it's become pretty commonplace. In Czechoslovakia, Santa doesn't deliver presents. Baby Jesus does.
Oh boy.
Apparently is baby Jesus. And what happens there is the parents ring a bell when baby Jesus has delivered the gifts, and all are merry. One of my favorites is here in Venezuela. What they do is roller skate to mass.
Cool.
Oh,
I like that.
In fact, some kids sleep with their feet out the window with skates on with a string attached, and people who pass by can pull the string and say, hey, it's time to go to church. In Germany, they call this hiding the pickle.
Yeah.
You can insert your jokes here, but a pickle is put in the tree,
Yep.
and the first person who finds the pickle gets a special gift. So get your minds out of the gutter. And then,
My best friend's grandmother used to do that.
And then finally, in Iceland, you got the Yule Cat, and everybody who finishes their Christmas cleaning and decorating, right, and they do it on time, gets new clothes to wear for Christmas. And the lazy people don't. Well, if the lazy people did not do their chores, the Yule Cat here roams the countryside on Christmas Eve and eats everyone who hasn't received new clothes.
Well, I'm screwed. I will not be done for Christmas and cleaning none of it.
Some of that stuff, if you done it here, we'd be in jail. We'd get arrested.
The pickle in his tree. It's like, don't get personal.
The ickle pickle.
Oh God.
That's actually
Everybody knows who that is.
Oh, that handsome devil, Krampus.
Krampus.
That's Krampus. In Norway, what they do is hide brooms so the witches can't find them and ride away.
I don't know. Satori rides on one of them.
Well, I mean, listen
Oh,
though.
my God.
If there's a broom, wouldn't that bring in the witches? Because we're all, everybody's looking for the broom, says the girl wearing the cauldron.
Yeah,
Right?
so-
Wouldn't that make us go look for the brooms? I don't think that works the way they want it to work.
They're not given a lot of credit to the intellect of witches. It's like, where's
Oh,
my
that's
broom? I can't find it. Oh, well.
Maybe throw pickles at them.
That'd be like a war on that, right? Germany and
Oh God.
Germany attacks Norway.
Right. What a weird world war.
Pickles and brooms. It's like, send somebody over there. please.
Burning goats.
Pickles and brooms, pickles and brooms.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
My father's half German. We never did anything with a pickle. Thank God.
It varies. I mean, I do know of the pickle, the hide the pickle thing. I didn't know about a lot of the other stuff. I did know about the Yule Cat, but I didn't know about the clothes.
I didn't know about any of that.
Yeah.
The burnt goat.
That's about any.
I know the Yule goat. But
Yule
yeah,
goat.
not a ginormous one. Yeah, the Yule, the one where they burn the goat.
They burn the goat. Do you have like a favorite? Anybody got a favorite? Like, what should we adopt here? I like
roller skating to math. I think is really cool.
I can't roller skate, so that's the
I would do
problem.
that.
I like the goat because I actually educated some people in our Patreon with the goat, and I gave little ones to all the patrons that had boxes, and it was like to hang on your tree for protection around
I remember
Christmas.
that. Yeah.
Like to have a little guardian with you. So I think that's cute, but I can't roller skate. So
What about a scooter? Like a
I'm-
regular scooter.
yeah, we can try. It just make sure you have a camera on me in case anything happens. It'll make a good video.
1,000%.
Cody's like, check, got that covered.
Don't burn the
Attach wheel
goat.
to Satori, get the camera, we're ready to go.
Don't burn the goat in the house, though. Whatever. You
No.
do. If you do, we get an angel for you.
Yeah, don't trust. Yeah, no.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, if we do some of that stuff here, we'll be in jail by morning.
Ring it for New Year's then. That's the way to party. That's the way to ring in a new year.
We've all got each other's numbers. So, someone just needs to come with the bail money. I'm about, I guess, 4 hours from Connecticut.
Aaron, if you call me up and tell me you're burning goats, I'm going to tell you you're on your own. Yeah.
Aaron,
you're up north now. What happens up north stays up north.
Bail money? Which one of us would even have bail money besides maybe Zappis? None of us have bail. I have 50 cents and a half-used Target card. I don't have bail money. I have nothing. I'm negative $7,000 right now.
Almost 8.
I'm not impressed with Yugoslavia. Christmas ransom. My kids do that every year.
What happens if a person in the middle of the roller skate line goes down? Oh God, could you imagine?
Domino.
Okay, 5 Hail Marys and get
Dory
back.
falls and we all pile over on top of her.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, but I'm interested. All right, so they tie a string or a rope to what? The skates? The kid? What are they tying ropes to?
To the skate, to let the kids know it's time to go to church.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's odd.
Okay.
What if they don't have their skates tied and they just pull the skate off their foot?
You don't have
What
to go
if we
to
combine cultures and just tie a whole bunch of Christmas lights around them and then pull on them when it's time to go to church?
Well, they
Then
do
they-
that. What's that? Yugoslavia? They do that, don't they? Because they threw the goat out. They don't.
I sure hope there isn't anybody from any of these countries watching, because man, are we ripping them to shreds.
But you know what? They probably, I can only imagine what other countries and cultures say about American.
Oh God, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Probably like the dumbest thing I have
They do what?
you know? And so
Absolutely.
it's cool to learn about these other cultures where it's like such
In
a
our defense, we stole a lot of what we do from them.
it's
Oh, yeah.
yeah, but we've also
Yeah.
took a lot of things when we did steal it. So
We invented Amazon. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, their
Touche.
perspective of Americans is basically we're loud and we get drunk a lot.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
Ryan.
So that sums it up.
Germany would have a problem with that.
Huh?
They get
But
they
Germany
get
has
pickled.
Glühwein.
They get pickled in
Oh.
Germany.
Only October.
I don't know. I think all these other countries like the spirits in the bottle, like we do too.
I spent a fair amount of time at a German Christmas market, and
Oh boy.
you hand over your ID at the Glühwein stand, and they just keep it coming.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
it's
could
so
I could
good.
see John cringe when I told him about Japan. They like their big thing is they order Kentucky Fried
That's
Chicken.
that was the one that surprised me the most, I think.
Well,
that
I
would be
did
the
see it
very-
here. Yeah.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny though? If you're obsessed with, like, our family was obsessed with the Christmas Story. My parents have a full size leg lamp. We built the box, the whole. We did it up. But my parents, when all the kids moved out, and they started going and having Chinese on Christmas Day dinner, just like a Christmas Story. So we kind of reversed what Japan does. So that's
Yeah.
what they go and do now. Is they have Chinese at Christmas dinner. So
Oh, see, we always have Chinese
mind cooking
New
this
Year
year,
dinner.
Papa Zappis. Never
Huh?
mind cooking Papa Zappis. We're going to KFC. And a pig's ass. You.
dancing pierogies. We're downgrading.
Downgrading, yeah.
I don't know. I just can't picture that one of these days being in a nursing home and they bring me that tray on Christmas Day. I look at it and go, "What's this shit?"
Like,
Oh,
look, I don't
man.
trust it.
At least we know your objects will be safe, right?
Cody, stop it. I can't get John's face like out of my head when that happened. Just like him across the room, like just baffled that Cody was saying that.
Because he doesn't usually do anything like that. Remember how times I kept telling you, you would tell me different things he would do, and I go, "I never seen him do that." And when he stood there and did that, I was like, "Wow."
Yeah. I was also trying to sell a ginormous rose quartz at Paraunity, and Cody literally wrote on a sign John Zappis's brain and was trying to sell it as John
I
Zappis.
remember that.
And it
Yep.
Oh my
Like-
And it's
God.
old.
Yeah, you got
I'm just paying attention to Cody's face. He's sitting back going, Oh, I need this right now.
Well, the problem is you get all of us in the same place. Everything just goes off the rails. The wheels fall off. Like nothing is predictable. Like Jen and I just surprised everybody for Para-Unity. We just showed up, scared the hell out of those two.
Yeah, because I'm talking to people, and all of a sudden they turn around and I see you sitting there, and I just dropped. I was like, "Oh my god, they're here!"
But we were all together, so it was like, wee! You know, like nothing. Everything went off the rails very quickly, I think, energetically.
There were people that were in line, and when they came up to the table, Zaphis was doing something across the room, and I started yelling to him to cut it out. And as I do, I look back, and these poor people are looking at me like, "What's going on? Is there some beef that I don't know about? Like, is there?"
Yeah, but the best.
Oh my God.
I think the best one was when I start screaming, "Fire sale! Fire sale!"
And I'm like, "You're just causing so many problems," and I'm yelling. Everybody thinks you and me have some sort of drama going on. It was so bad.
Par for the course for the year, why not, right?
I'm like,
Oh,
no,
man.
this is how we talk to each other. Calm down. Like, this is just how we talk.
We could have really had a blast and had Andrea in the room with us.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Oh, forget it. Because that's all I
Forget
do is I keep bombing her with stuff. I just keep throwing it. And her father sits there and goes, "Keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it."
He's
And
acting
man,
you
would she curse me out.
Oh, she'd be screaming at you as you're yelling Audrey at your highest level, and then the story comes out, and like it's a whole
That
thing.
would be the entertainment for the whole convention. Being
all
in
you
the room,
need.
all of us being in the room.
That's all you need.
Oh my God.
All you need.
Oh, let's see.
God.
Cody, I got
What was his show about again?
I know, I forgot about an hour and 20 minutes ago.
I don't know.
Fire sale!
another item.
Who needs
I
a
got
Christmas
another
angel?
item. And I think I'm just going to put this up there then.
Oh,
Oh, this tiny little guy.
Yeah.
He makes me sad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, a few people have said that. So that's a little it's a little short, long story short, it's a little rocking horse. It's like a music box. You wind it up and it plays a Christmas song, Christmas decoration. And there was a Christmas bazaar in Maryland that an older couple went to, and the woman felt drawn in to purchase it again, that magnetic pull to purchase something. And she brings it home, and in the middle of the night, they start hearing the song. And the strange thing was, it was the same part of the song over and over again, which is impossible. The song has to play all the way through for the song to obviously start back over again. And you'll notice that one of the rails on the rocking horse is broken.
Yep.
And that's because the horse threw itself off of the surface that it was on, and it ended up breaking off. And some of the stuff around the horse was found switched in different positions. So right away they gave us a call and wanted it removed. And we've actually had a few strange occurrences with this thing. Not anything spectacular, but a few odd things. We've heard the music go off once, and little things like that. But just another Christmas themed item.
Wow.
It feels like it belonged to a little boy, and it was the last Christmas present he got from his dad. I don't know why I picked that up, but that's what it was.
interesting. A lot of people are picking up on child, so
Yeah.
yeah.
The last present from a dad or something. I don't know. So there's a lot of sadness in it because it almost feels like the dad gave the gift, and then shortly after he was out of the picture one way or another, either
Right. Yeah. Death or
something.
whatever. Yeah.
That was the last thing that this child had from his father. I don't know
Interesting.
any of that.
We should ask questions about that to it and see what happens.
I have a very controversial topic to address here in a video someone else posted, but I wanted you to take a look at it because I would like your perspective on what's going to happen, whether it's from a psychic perspective or just experience here in the field. But take a look. This is about 3 minutes.
Why are people saying that the Pope is opening the tomb of Lucifer on Christmas Eve? What's up with that? Lucifer has a tomb? Who knew? I think I figured out why they're saying this. Basically, this is the story. Christmas Eve, Pope Francis, at 7 p.m. Roman time, and I believe Italy is 6 hours ahead of us, is going to live stream the unsealing, the unearthing, the opening of St. Peter's tomb. For those of you that don't know, St. Peter is one of Jesus' 12 apostles. He's also the first pope. And they even bought a brand new webcam that they put under the altar at the Basilica of San Pietro, where his tomb is. In fact, in the catacombs, in the grottos, there are at least 100 popes with their tombs there. Why they're opening up this tomb, I don't know. I can't find the information, and nor have I figured it out. But I did figure out why they're associating it with Lucifer. St. Peter was also crucified like Jesus, but per his request, he wanted to be crucified upside down. Now, some scholars believe that it was because he didn't think he was worthy of dying the same way Jesus did. But others believe that this is where the Luciferian upside down satanic cross, everything backwards stuff came from. Which could be. I mean, I'm not saying it is, and I'm not saying it's not. But I believe this is where they're getting that story from. A lot of you may not even know this, but Lucifer is not his name. Lucifer was an archangel before, and he had a very different name, like all the other archangels that end in L. Gabriel, Uriel, Michael, Raphael. They all had the L at the end. So Lucifer and Satan both, when they crashed and fell from grace and crashed to earth, and in the book of Enoch it said they looked like comets coming to earth, the explosions were so great and so devastating that they were reborn to entire different beings with the name of Lucifer and Satan. And then there are other people that believe that they're one and the same. I do not. Because there's so much mythology and history behind the two, I believe them to be two separate entities. So are you going to watch a live stream of the unsealing of St. Peter or Lucy's tomb? Are we going to put that back and just, the ancient Egyptians did teach us to keep our mitts off of these things, and whatever is sealed, to leave it that way. And here we are. Let's open up another Pandora's box. Oh well.
Wow.
Thoughts?
So I know that's just, I know there's a TikTok trend about that right now, talking about that.
Yeah, I think it's so there's like a Catholic tradition called a Jubilee that happens every 25 years, and and that is this year, and I think like we've always said, be yourselves, right? So they're turning something that is just a normal tradition into something that they're trying to market as scary. It's kind of I'm putting it on the same line as the world's going to end on this day, and we have one of those every year.
There is no first tomb to be opened. I know they do the holy door, but it's not like you're opening the tomb of Lucifer and a demon coming out or anything like that. That's not
or portals to other worlds or anything crazy like that.
Yeah. So I think a lot of the TikTok trends and stuff like that is just to try scaring people, and of course scaring people gets views. And
trust me, I know.
So and we all spread as well.
Rumors do spread, especially on TikTok.
But we heard that original that story originated from a New York Times article, and people quoted the article wrong in some pretenses when it was reprinted in different news formats and stuff, and kind of like a game of telephone, it turns into what it is now. So so yeah, I don't think there's anything to worry about. I think it's just a Catholic tradition that happens every 25 years, and everything's going to be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
That's what they want you to believe.
Right.
I agree. Yeah, it's just a celebration that they have every 25 years. Now, of course, there wasn't TikTok, there wasn't the internet like 25 years ago. There wasn't all of this social media stuff that could, like Cody said, turn it into kind of a game of telephone and really make it way more sensational
Yeah.
than it actually is. It's just a celebration that the Roman Catholic Church does. And it's really more, what's the word I'm looking for? I mean, I guess just ceremonial. They're just opening the doors to tombs, not, I guess the word portal is probably.
Well, there is a thing going around about allegedly he's opening up 5 major portals for this
Right. Yes.
Christmas Eve into Christmas. And supposedly this is
Right.
one of them.
Yeah.
So again, there are different times that things, are opened over the course of, 25, 50 years, 100 years,
Right.
time capsule type things they call them.
Mm-hmm.
So again, in engulfing all of the hysteria and the stuff that get tied in with all of this has gotten pretty crazy. I mean, there are bizarre things, that they do, and again, it's wild. But I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see. And again, I put it in the same scenario. What's going to happen?
Right.
Wait, because AI is coming. You know. And it won't be long before we see that it was Justin Bieber on the grassy knoll who fired the shot.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because that's the kind of thing.
And if it's on the internet, it must be true.
Yes, because you can't lie on the internet.
Before we get into our next haunted object, can I read a short list for you about the most popular Christmas songs?
Oh, yeah.
In history. Okay, just came across this today. Number 10 is White Christmas, Bing Crosby. Number 9 is Let It Snow, by Dean Martin.
Love it.
Number 8 is Last Christmas by Wham.
You love that one too, I gotta say. I'm an 80s baby, so.
Number 7, It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year, Andy Williams.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Andy Williams' voice, love it.
Whole album.
Number 6 is Feliz Navidad, Jose Feliciano.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, A Holly Jolly Christmas, Burl Ives.
Burl Ives. Oh, yes.
Christmas, it's my favorite time. This would be my pick. The Christmas song, Nat King Cole.
Yeah. My mom's favorite song.
Yep. Number 3, Jingle Bell Rock, Bobby Helms. Number 2, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, Brenda Lee.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great one too.
Yep.
And the number 1 Christmas song
Don't say it.
all time, All I Want for Christmas Is You, Mariah Carey.
Ah, man.
How did Dominic, the Italian Christmas donkey, not make the list?
I know. That's a classic.
Or I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Pig's version of what's the Elvis one? I played it for you guys. I'm having a
Blue Christmas?
Yes. If you haven't listened to Porky Pig doing Blue Christmas, it is so funny.
But also the entire soundtrack of Charlie Brown Christmas.
That's a good one too.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Yep.
Kathy likes Big and Boy. That was pretty
Big and
good.
Boy, that's good.
That was good too. I remember when that aired. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Jingle Bell Rock was not on that list. Bill Haley.
Silver Bells.
Yes,
Jingle
that's
Bell
another
Rock.
good one. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas by Judy Garland. That's my all-time favorite Christmas. It's got to be that song sung by her. Although Michael Bublé's is good too. Yep. Rudolph.
Charlie
The
Brown
Boston
Christmas
Pops
song.
album.
That one's amazing.
Yep.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, they have just. I used to love that Mariah Carey song. I loved it.
Oh,
way too overplayed.
It's
and this
just
is back in like the early 2000s.
Porky Pig.
Now,
Blue.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Christmas.
It's funny. It's so funny.
Yeah.
The funniest thing about it is they're playing it on like a radio station, and they're like halfway through it, and you can hear the DJs in the back, and they are literally losing it, crying, laughing. That's the best part.
That's a really beautiful one too, Jonathan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or the guy that plays the saxophone. What's his name?
Kenny G.
Who?
Kenny G.
Yes, his holiday album. That is beautiful. That's really good. Yeah.
He doesn't sing anything though.
No, he doesn't. But
no, but I just
very iconic.
the music
Christmas
is just
CD.
so it's so good.
All right, the ultimate debate. Die Hard, Christmas movie or no Christmas movie?
Christmas movie.
Never seen it.
Never seen
What?
it.
I think Bruce
What?
Willis thing saying it wasn't a Christmas movie.
I've never seen it.
You
Look at
consider
Ken's face.
Home Alone a Christmas movie, then I consider Die Hard a Christmas movie.
I consider one too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I consider it one too. But I don't think production considers it a Christmas movie. But I it falls into the
I don't think they made it as a Christmas movie. It just sort of has evolved into one over time. Yeah, I agree.
No,
Well, a
never
lot of
seen
them
it.
have. Yeah.
Never seen it. What? I think we need to have Aaron and Satori have movie homework.
No
Where they
doubt.
watch some movies
Another game show. Am I already losing?
and then write a book, like a report on it, like a book report, but a movie report.
This whole thing has been a game show. Wait till you see the scores on.
All right,
No,
support.
I
Your place or
simply
mine.
don't see either one of them being able to sit through an extended amount of time on the couch.
Probably not.
In their persona, their energy. is just not
Cody,
there.
Cody,
Yeah,
I watched
way too much energy.
both of us. He's like,
Out
yep,
there.
can't confirm.
Yeah. Oh God, that noise haunts me. No, yeah, I can't sit through something like that. I mean, the only Christmas movies you will see me sit and watch straight through are the 60s, 70s claymation movies, like A Year Without Santa Claus. That's my favorite. A Year Without Santa Claus.
She doesn't like Christmas Vacation or any of that stuff.
I
She's
can't
nuts.
sit through it. That's the problem. I get bored.
So you're more like Rudolph,
yeah, like
Frosty.
Rudolph. Like I like the Miser Brothers.
Gumby.
That's the one I'll sit through and watch. I love the Miser Brothers because it's my attitude, So I'll sit and watch that.
It's got to be A Wonderful Life. The Scrooge, the 1950s Scrooge. I cannot get through Christmas without watching those shows. Or White Christmas. I just have to watch. I could sit there and watch them. But like Satori's saying, there's some of them, they're so whacked out and everything. I'm the same way. It's difficult to get me to just sit and watch a movie. Yeah. I get up and move around. I'll do this and do that. And my wife goes nuts. She goes, just sit and watch the movie. And I can't. I just don't. But if it's one of those, I could do it.
It's A Wonderful Life for sure. We're gonna watch
Holiday
it
Inn.
every Christmas Eve.
Holiday Inn's one of my favorites too, oddly. And I know I never understood why that wasn't a classic. And then I watched it all the way through and I'm like, oh, I got it now. There's a bit of a
I can't.
racial issue there, but Holiday Inn was
Miracle on 34th Street, another classic.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's another good one.
Yeah.
Christmas Carol.
I like Polar Express. I'll sit through Polar Express. I like that.
I do like Polar Express too. My mom is a huge Tom Hanks fan, so
Yeah.
literally any movie he makes, she says is Oscar worthy, including Joe versus the Volcano, and it's an argument, a long-running argument we have. A Christmas Story,
A
Christmas Carol. Look at Albert Finney's Scrooge
But
is
I can't
perfection.
sit still. I can't sit still. So maybe Zappis and I are related because we both have very attention spans. I
Good.
can't sit and
Go
watch.
see him. Go see him. Go
No,
see
I
Uncle.
You're already
Hey,
going over.
you know what? Here again, this year, do you know I sat down because it was the anniversary of Rudolph.
Yeah.
It was just, I had to sit there and I watched the whole thing. And I still can remember it because Cheryl and I were sitting there and she goes, you made it through that? I go, well, because I remember it. I was 8 years old. Leave me alone.
I know. I mean, Selena's saying if you like claymation, Satori, then watch Wallace and Gromit. That's another good one.
I have watched Wallace and Gromit.
Have you?
I kind of look like that. If I get a face that looks like that, I do. Have you seen Wallace and Gromit? No. Oh my god.
No, it's good. Wallace and Gromit is good.
Has anybody seen We're No Angels?
Yeah.
No.
From I had to look it up the year from 1955.
Yep.
Oh, love that one.
Yep.
Never heard of that.
I think my
We're No
uncle.
Oh, it's
my
so
uncle loved
good.
it. We watch it. Yeah.
It's got Humphrey Bogart in it for one.
Yeah.
Aldo Ray, Peter Ustinov, but We're No Angels is phenomenal.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas. Nobody said that. Oh, and Muppets Christmas Carol.
Muppet Christmas.
That one every year.
Yeah.
Watch out for the icy patch.
Yeah. I love that one. I actually like the movie Elf, and some people get very annoyed with it, but I think it's funny because that's my kind of humor too. So
my best friend Jennifer and I are always like, "You sit on a throne of lies."
Yeah, yeah. You will actually quote
Smells like beef and cheese. Yeah, there it is. We're no.
Yeah.
I have never seen that one. I gotta look it up now. Yeah.
It's so good.
Anybody ever know? Have you seen
Krampus,
Elf?
Zach.
Have you seen Elf? Say on TV. Ever since everybody went crazy about that song, "Baby It's Cold Outside," that he sings with
Zoe Deschanel.
Deschanel.
Yeah, because it's too sexually assaulted type stuff.
I've never.
John,
looked at
was
it
that
way.
like Cole Porter or somebody who wrote that?
I thought it was Cole Porter. I
like
think so.
one of the most iconic songwriters, and it's so clever, the call and answer and the harmonies and everything, and it's such a funny song. And well, they came for it.
Yeah, they did. I remember that.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering if they cut that part like right off TV now.
I haven't seen it on TV. I watched it like on platforms, but I haven't seen it on TV since then.
It was written by Frank Lesser in 1944. Oesser. Baby.
Was Eartha Kitt the first one that sang it?
God bless him. Then it's a great song.
He said he wrote it to sing with his wife Lynn Quinlan for a party at their home in New York City. He was a songwriter.
All right. I
The
thought
more
it
you
was a
know.
little later than that.
Yeah, it says
I
1944.
did too.
You know.
Fun fact to tell, as my mom would say.
I don't know if anybody knows the answer to that. Let me know. I mean, I've got it on DVD, which has the song in it and everything, but I don't know if they've turned around, kiboshed it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't know. I mean, my favorite parts of that movie are the parts that nobody really talks about. So I don't really like. My favorite part is like when the narwhal comes out of the. He's like, "Bye, buddy.
Bye, buddy.
When's
your dad?"
That entire movie.
Mine is. Do you need a hug?
Speaking of Elf, let's get to this, Cody, and before we have to wrap up. Speaking of Elf,
Cody,
Cody, who's this chick?
That's Elsa. So Elsa came to the museum from a family who had actually found her secondhand store, and they thought they were going to start the tradition with their two kids. So they had brought this elf home, and they started setting Elsa up around the house. That's what they named her. And for the first week, everything was fine. You know, they would just every day change the elf. And one night they had sat Elsa, I believe, in the chandelier that night. And then they went to bed and they were hearing noises. And then the next day they come downstairs and they see that Elsa is not on the chandelier anymore. She's actually on the arm of one of the dining room chairs in a different position. And the kids were like, "Oh, this is so cool. Like, Elsa's moving around the house." And the parents are like, "We didn't put her there." So what happened? And ever since that started, they were finding that the elf was moving itself.
Yeah, it happened, I think, 2 more times out of it. Once on a mantle, and it switched spots. And then once they put it under a bowl.
Yeah.
And they put a plastic bowl on top of the elf. And then the next morning, the elf was sitting on top of the bowl.
Like they started doing things, and Elsa was just had a mind of her own. She was moving around with some Christmas magic. The kids were thinking, but I think there was a little more there. So they played it out until Christmas passed, and then they gave Elsa to us because they think there might be a little bit more than just Christmas magic involved. So we brought her into our collection, and we saw an arm move once. Like we noticed that the arm was at a different position, but we can't for sure say that it was paranormal related. So we have not had Elsa like completely change direction in the museum as of yet.
Yeah.
Wow.
The original Elsa from Frozen.
put
I
Elsa
have
and
never liked Elf on a
together
Shelf.
and
They've
see what
always
happens?
creeped me out.
What'd you say, Aaron?
Put Elsa and Liza together and see what happens.
I have not put them in the same area, no, but
That's
I
probably
would be
smart.
interested. I'd be
Aaron trying to
Now,
start.
I have a haunted little elf like that too.
Really?
The people were claiming it was moving around, blah blah blah. It came off the Christmas tree, blah 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 blah. And it's the same type of thing. I think we should get all the elves together and see what happens.
Your elf and
Oh,
our
that's
elf need
genius.
to hang out.
Live stream.
Hey, Jolene's throwing hands out there.
We should do something. We put our objects together and just like observe them, or like make it an event where we bring some objects from our collection and see what happens when they meet each other.
That'd be amazing.
That would really be amazing. Just put like a camera on it, like 24 hours a day.
Come on, Zappis, we have event ideas. We need to make it happen.
Can I request the
It'll either be amazing or you're going to end up opening a fault line somewhere and we're all going to freaking fall into it. Go ahead. Mess around.
That's the scary part.
Go ahead.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Just give me a call. That's all.
But no, that's Elsa. That is Elsa.
Final paranormal question for this paranormal show on this Christmas. Colder weather, warmer weather, when you guys are out there investigating, what seems to spark heavier activity, or do you even see a difference?
I see a difference. Usually when it's cold, a lot of the activity will calm right down.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of that could have to do with me too, because I can't stand when it's cold. I don't like the heat. I don't like the cold. So
Don't sit there that long for anything to happen. I'm out of here.
I haven't ever noticed a difference. And I mean, we've investigated Trans-Allegheny in the middle of August. We've investigated St. Albans, like when it was snowing in March. Like we've some really truly active places, but I haven't ever noticed the outside temperature being a factor yet.
So
it's a good question though.
Statistically, at least for like the TAPS team and sometimes for us, at least with the New England area, we've noticed more phone calls in the winter because more people are inside their home.
Oh yeah.
That's
true.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we've noticed more. Was that an eyelash? You better make a wish.
I wonder from a metaphysical standpoint, because like if you talk about the solstice, the solstice, winter solstice is, time for rest, going within, like that's kind of more the vibe of winter and kind of embracing who you are. So I wonder if energetically, if that plays that way with them as well. But I guess it probably depends on the object.
Well, if you're talking about that, the winter solstice was yesterday.
Yeah.
And I was up in your neck of the woods, up in Rhode Island, in Newport.
You were at Belcourt, weren't you?
Yeah. And I mean, it was like minus freaking 50. The wind was blowing. And I'm like, this just blew my whole Christmas thing going down Valley. It was so freaking cold and windy.
I hate it here.
So it may not be here you go.
Calm him down.
So it may not, in fact, be the cold, perhaps, but this time of the year is the holiday season, and maybe people get spirits visiting, family members and such that come to to say hello or to see how they're doing for the holidays. Possibility of that.
Yeah.
I think
I
there's
believe
that
that's
kind of
true.
thing. I don't have anything that I would support one way or the other, but it's hard to say because it's all graded on a curve. If you're in New Mexico somewhere or somewhere that doesn't get a lot of cold weather, so, we would probably have to limit it to like a certain climate. And, I only can draw from the Northeast. So what do I know?
Yeah, 65-degree, Christmases in Phoenix, Arizona are, they're going to be vastly different
than like the 4 degrees I have currently in Maine.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Which I love, by the way. Feels like -3 or so my phone's.
That's not bad. You start getting into those crooked numbers, Aaron. Now you got a problem.
Right. I'm just happy to not be sweating to death all the time. So I'll it's a win
Yeah.
for me.
I'm a little jealous about that, but this is also part of the reason my family and I moved to North Carolina because we were like, the heat is way too ridiculous. It's out of
Over
control.
it. Over it.
Hey, before we do leave, though, we I'm going to circle back to the beginning because we never really heard from. Well, that was weird as far as some of your highlights this year, and what you took a lot of pride in, and if there was a particular show or conversation that you had kind of lit things up a little bit for you.
I mean, you want to go first, Carrie?
No, go ahead.
I think for me, the one we did on gratitude was a big one for me.
Yeah.
Because I think we were trying to come from the angle of it, like it's been a hard year for everyone, like focusing on remaining in a state of gratitude, no matter like fan, pardon my language. But I think what I love about our show just in general is that, we have a lot of the same people that come to all of our different shows. But I like with our show, because, we try to be open and honest and no fluff. Like we're a train wreck. We spin it that way. We deliver a train wreck every 2 weeks. But I think we've made people comfortable enough to share some of how they feel about the things we discuss or things that are difficult in their lives. And I think that's been the biggest, most important thing for me. But the gratitude show is the one that sticks out to me the most, I think.
I agree. That was a good one.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought that was a really good one. I think the manifestation show that we did, I think that was really good because we did touch on a lot of like how you thoughts become things.
Yeah.
And, that's not just, within the metaphysical world, that is, we talked about the reticular activating system in your brain. Like you will train your brain on what is important. And if things are always negative and nothing ever goes right for you, then your brain is going to pick out all of those things. Yeah. So I think that was a really important episode that we had done. I think we had so much fun when Satori joined us for the crystals episode. That was such a fun one. We got a lot of really good feedback from that. But I think what I like most about our show, not necessarily just one specific episode, but the community that we're building. Yeah. Because when Aaron and I have questions and trouble, we can ask our community, our viewers.
On screen right now. Yeah.
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 I think for I think for us in terms of that, I mean, we love all of you guys contributing to the channel, number one. That's amazing because there's a lot of different point of views. There's a lot of diversity, and we kind of like that. Yeah. For me, I have a very short-term memory. So me too. I tend to, the last thing that someone says is what, or I see tends to stick with me. The interview recently with Ann Burgess.
Oh man, that was so good.
Sticks out in my, and I know there's more. That's not to, Michelle Belanger. Absolutely love her coming on the show, go in different directions. But having Dr. Burgess, to me, was fantastic. Like one of the most like enlightening shows and open that we've had.
Yeah.
And that has nothing to do with the paranormal.
Right.
Funny how that works sometimes. So
George, you guys did great with that one. That was an excellent job.
We appreciate it. George, we're gonna be wrapping this up anyway, so I'll leave you with some final thoughts on that.
Yes, well, I will go around the horn here with everybody and let you send out your well wishes for everyone. And then we'll wrap it up at that point in time. So we'll start with Erin. Go ahead.
I think I already dropped all mine, but just hoping that everyone has a calm, peaceful, somewhat quiet Christmas, and that those of us who had a tough year in 2024 can embrace what was hard and ring in whatever magic the universe is clearing out for us from this year. And just to remain grateful for all we have, no matter what your situation is, and to be thankful for friends and family and support and love. And that's where it's at for me.
All right, Cody and Satori, keep them short. I only got 30 seconds.
I guess what Aaron said.
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy a Christmas pickle and a goat.
Yeah, everybody, stay grateful, stay happy, stay petty, and here's the 2025.
Carrie.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything that they said, for sure. Don't take anything into 2025 with you guys that does not bring your life value or happiness or joy. Leave it in 2024. 2025 is a clean slate for all of us. And we love you. We got a lot more weird for you coming in 2025 too. So thank you.
Ken.
Yeah, listen, rising tide lifts all boats, right? So be good to somebody, be good to yourself. We help each other out, and we can do great things.
Mr. Zaffis.
Well, I'm just glad to still be breathing. I'm still here, doing events, doing different things, being involved, just watching everything still moving forward. Looking forward to 2025, doing some new and different things, and hanging out with these two crazy kids that I adopted up here somehow. I don't know how. But again, just wishing everybody the best. Again, rough year for a lot of our personal friends, and they're all fighting through it and trying to get through things, and we're all hanging in there, batting for everybody, and just keep trucking along and keep moving forward and looking for answers. One of these days we'll get them.
Yep.
There we go. And I now only have one Christmas gift that I'm looking for. And I want to find the exact same battery that is on Cody's shirt, because I could probably power up my whole house, because that thing is still freaking going after 2 hours.
2 hours.
That's a good battery. That's it for us, ladies and gentlemen. We wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. If it's cold, stay warm, and we will talk to you again very, very soon. Until then, my name is George Lopez with Ken DaCosta. You guys, thank you again for watching.
Merry
we'll
Christmas,
see you next
Happy
time.
New
See
Year.
you tomorrow
Merry
night.
Christmas.
Town Hall Patreon. Take care. Hit it, Bill.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees.